End of the week. Welcome back for Exodus chapter 17. I hope you guys are having joy amongst the trials and difficulties that are coming at you. And let's keep persevering. Here we go. Verse 1. Then all the congregation of the sons of Israel journeyed by the stages from the wilderness of Sin, according to the command of the Lord, which was a desert region, and camped at Rephidim. And there was no water for the people to drink. Therefore the people quarreled with Moses and said, "Give us water that we may drink." And Moses said to them, "Why do you quarrel with me? Why do you test the Lord?" But the people thirsted there for water, and they grumbled against Moses and said, "Why now have you brought us up from Egypt to kill us and our children and our livestock with thirst?" I mean, for crying out loud, all these guys had to do was properly approach God and ask him. All right. Verse 4. So Moses cried out to the Lord, saying, "What shall I do with this people? A little more, and they will stone me." Then the Lord said to Moses, "Pass before the people, and take with you some of the elders of Israel, and take in your hand your staff with which you struck the Nile, and go. Behold, I will stand before you there on the rock at Horeb, and you shall strike the rock, and water will come out of it, that the people may drink." And Moses did so in the sight of the elders of Israel. He named the place Massah and Meribah because of the quarrel of the sons of Israel, and because they tested the Lord, saying, "Is the Lord among us or not?" Massah and Meribah mean testing and contending. Verse 8. Then Amalek came and fought against Israel at Rephidim. Okay, so Amalek was the grandson of Esau. The Amalekites took their name from him and dwelt as a nomadic people in the Negev, the desert region. They likely wanted the desert oasis area the Israelites were camping at. Verse 9. So Moses said to Joshua, "Choose men for us and go out, fight against Amalek." All right, so here we have the introduction of Joshua in the Bible, whom we'll learn plenty about in the chapters to come. He's going to be a big character. Okay, so we're carrying on. "Tomorrow I will station myself on the top of the hill with the staff of God in my hand." Joshua did as Moses told him and fought against Amalek. And Moses, Aaron, and Hur, who we'll find out was Caleb's son, went up to the top of the hill. So it came about when Moses held his hand up that Israel prevailed. And when he let his hand down, Amalek prevailed. Verse 12. But Moses' hands were heavy. Then they took a stone and put it under him, and he sat on it. And Aaron and Hur supported his hands, one on one side and one on the other. Thus his hands were steady until the sun set. So Joshua overwhelmed Amalek and his people with the edge of the sword. The situation of having to hold up the staff with both hands displayed the necessity of Israel's complete dependence upon God for victory. When they failed to uphold that dependence, they were left struggling on their own. Verse 14. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Write this in a book as a memorial and recite it to Joshua, that I will utterly blot out the memory of Amalek from under heaven." In Psalm chapter 83, we get more understanding that this was a blotting out of this group from the nation of Israel. Verse 15. Moses built an altar and named it, "The Lord is my banner." And he said, "The Lord has sworn, the Lord will have war against Amalek from generation to generation." And we'll see that that's the case in the days ahead for Israel coming up. So that's it. Brief chapter today. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Keep your eyes on the Lord, and I'll see you tomorrow. God bless you.